Hello. I think this is day 3 of the October Cover Art Challenge. And today, I think the theme is Samhain. And today the word is Archangel. So I'm going to do the obvious, or draw the obvious Archangel from the X-Men. And if you follow my other profile, you know I just drew him recently. But we're going to draw him differently on this cover. So I'm going to show you like my process of how I do this. And I'm going to go straight from the very beginning before I even do any kind of rough thumbnail, because I'm not going to do any rough thumbnail. I'm just going to go straight into it. Alright, so let's go. As you can see here, this is a Powers of X #1 blank cover. He is not in this comic, I don't think, but he's an X-Men, and this was the X-Men book that I had available at the time, without going through the other boxes of blanks, and I didn't really feel like going through all of them because there's a lot. But we're going to try to draw him on here, and I'm going to start off with my blue lead pencil. This is in a mechanical pencil from Zebra Graphics, 0.07 millimeters. See here, it's actually gonna focus. There we go. Actually, let's go through all my pencils right now. I'm going to use this. This is the blue pencil, the blue lead. I'm also going to use this Statler 9mm. Another Zebra Graphics 0.3. This is probably one of my oldest mechanical pencils. It has survived. This awesome Rot Ring Rapid Pro. This is a 0.5. This is one of my favorite pencils. Then for thick areas, just going to use like a regular 2B pencil. And we have my eraser. And yeah, so am I actually gonna do kind of like a thumbnail drawing of this? Do I really need to? The answer is not really. This is a blank cover. I usually just do like profiles or whatever, portrait shots. Don't really actually like really think about it like when I do this stuff, but actually it's kind of like think of a pose. We're gonna probably we did something like a portrait pose already, and like here's the original drawing that I did a couple weeks ago. Maybe it was last week. It's nothing big, just a really simple ballpoint pen sketch, and I don't really want to do the same thing, so let's do like a pose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you know those wooden mannequin things? I kind of like to draw those first. Kind of get an idea of how I want. Now this is probably like really light on the screen just because this is a blue line pencil. So bear with it for right now. Plus the fact that I was watching Midnight Mass recently, actually finished it last night, it's kind of fitting that I was drawing Archangel right now, because there is an angel in that show. Okay, like right now with the blue line, I'm just like really like rough, like trying to get a feel of like how I want the character to be drawn on here. just for the sake of time, I'm not going to like put a lot of detail into this just because I don't really want to. Just like kind of block everything out. Let's give him his wings. Position where he's looking at. Nose. Let's give him a fist. So there is the blue pencil. Pretty basic. It's just to get the idea of the character, how I want him to look on the cover. Then now we're gonna go lightly with I usually use this 3 pencil. Sometimes I use this, but I think this is like a 2B pencil right now, so I'm not sure if I have an HB pencil. I usually have an HB pencil, but James from the Dairy Girls took mine. Oh, and there is one. I do have an HB pencil. So I'm just gonna lightly block this out. Lightly block him out. This isn't going to be like a super crazy drawing. I just want to bang this one out just so that you guys can see. Dang, he's looking like Silver Surfer right now. He's looking like, is it Doyle from the Misfits? Anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's continue on with this drawing. I don't know if you guys are excited about X-Men coming on board. I am freaking excited. So you guys know, the X-Men are probably my favorite comic book ever since I was a wee lad. But the movies have been mediocre at best, with the exception of Logan and X1 and X2, which were, I believe, my favorite films out of the X franchise. Oh, and the Wolverine, I think, the one where he goes to Japan. I thought that was okay. Not the greatest, but hey, can't complain. Could be worse. Could be like the Fantastic Four. Or Hulk or Incredible Hulk. Both of those movies were crap. But again, can't complain. Now, when I was a kid, I don't know how many times I'd drawn Archangel. I imagine it wasn't a lot, just because I can't remember how his designs were on his body. So I'm kind of like going off of the internet right now and my chicken scratch of a drawing from a couple weeks ago. But, you know, that's just that's how you do it. You have to have some references. You can't remember everything. There's too many things to draw. Too many cool things to draw. So I'm just going to plop all this in here so I just can see it later when I go into it with a better pencil. Yay, look at him. This is basically like darkening up the blue line, I guess. Sometimes I actually skip this part just because I'm always like in a rush, trying to hurry to finish the drawing. That's just the way I draw, though. I like drawing fast so I can pump out more. All right. So there, some rough lines. Now let's go on with a 3. 3 is a little bit, it's like a really tiny lead. I like to do this first before the 5 and 9 just because it's also still lighter, so I can get what I really want down there, how I want it. Just gonna double check some stuff, make sure I like the placement. Probably move some lines around. Alright, let's get into this. So now I'm just gonna go in and do what I do. Sketch this guy out on the cover. This isn't really gonna be isn't gonna be a really clean drawing per se. Since this is the first video of me drawing on this YouTube channel, just trying to get this trying to get the feel of this first before I go all out into something. Maybe I'll do like one of the later covers I do for this challenge. I'll do a really crazy piece. I'm not making any promises though, just because as you can see, the drawing area isn't that big. This is kind of tight, but this is usually how I draw those sketches every day. Yeah. So just want to like go in, kind of get a feel of the character. So let's see. Archangel is not my favorite X-Men by far. He's actually not even in the top 5 or top 10. I do enjoy him, or his design, but he still has a pretty interesting story, and I do enjoy it. Just not my favorite, I guess. But yeah. Alright. Got his face down. Just kind of playing around with the drawing a little bit, just kind of like eyeballing, seeing if I like this position that he's in. I mean, it's kind of too late already since this is a blank cover. The covers aren't very forgiving as far as like erasing them. It's like basically you put the pencil on the cover and it is done. Because usually if you erase too much on these covers, they tear quite easily sometimes, or they kind of have like a weird gloss on them. So like if you do erase, then you kind of like make them, or you polish it, and it's like really difficult to draw on. Yeah. Now I don't know if you guys were on my Instagram channel, but I used to do these live. But I think the last time I tried doing that, the audio wasn't working very well, so it was just it was a hot mess. So stopped that, and then I kind of didn't do it for a while, and then here I am doing this again, but on YouTube, and instead of my phone I'm using a webcam and a microphone just to try it out, seeing how I like it. Now you see these two lines don't match up. I'm probably gonna do this. I know I said that when you erase on these covers, they tend to polish up, but let's do it really lightly, just kind of tap it in there, just so that those two lines line up, because it's the design of the character's outfit, so you want to get that right. Should this go down lower? Yeah, this should go down lower. Now, I didn't draw him like super buff, because I think like if you draw Archangel super buff, that means he's probably super heavy, and I don't see him flying if he's super heavy. Probably just like crashing into Apocalypse or whoever he's battling against or with. I think Archangel, like, for some reason I always think, every time I see his first appearance comic cover or comic book, I always think that I have it, like him in Apocalypse, but it always turns out that I don't. So it's kind of sucks. But again, he's not my favorite character, so it doesn't suck that much. It only sucks a little bit. Alright. Let's get some of that in there. It's almost like Nightwing symbol there, huh? Alright, let's go down there. Let's bring that there. Maybe after the October challenge, I'll subscribe to one of those music things for YouTube, so that I could put music instead of me talking so much, because I don't really talk while I'm drawing. It's usually just like everything that goes on in my mind, and it's kind of weird talking while I'm drawing, talking to you guys while I'm drawing, but it was actually kind of fun doing that like live, so maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll do some live streams of me drawing one of these days. Maybe next month. Maybe December, during the Christmas season. Maybe like during my time off, maybe I can do like a lot more streaming with you guys and do a lot more drawings. That'd be kind of cool, right? Okay, there's some like rough pencils. How do I want his wings to look? His wings are crazy. Like, you know, sometimes like I always see like the really simple version, which is just like the panels, and they're straight, and that's fine and dandy, but it doesn't really like scream futuristic to me. So I usually do this. And it always makes it freaking difficult for me, but you know, maybe I like this torture. I like doing like this weird, how they're separate pieces. Like I remember seeing this in the 90s with the X-Men comics, when X-Men or X-Factor, where how they draw him like with these panels, and like sure they have like the longer panels like at the bottom. I'm just like screwing around here just because I just want to get a feel for it. As you can see, I don't really like line them up. They're each their own separate panels, so they're gonna be like flopping all over the place. But they're like little dart wings. It's like little scythes from, like death scythe from Gundam Wing. Okay, that's good enough. Alright. So, like, I used to do conventions quite a bit, and I used to booth at conventions, you know, like I could do Artist Alley and with a bunch of friends, and then I'd always get like a lot of requests to do some commissions on the spot, and sometimes like the customer like usually wants to like be there as I'm drawing, and it was always kind of weird, yeah, but I think at the same time, like when you look at it from the customer's eyes, it's like they want to see like the magic happen. You know, it's not really magic. It's just me drawing. And this is like what I've always been doing all my life. I guess maybe in a way it's magical. Or demonic, I guess. So there is like a really rough, really fast Archangel. The rough pencils. Now, do I want to block him out more? And like, yes I do. Yes I do. Okay. Still using the HB, or should I use the 2B? Let's use the HB just so we can get a feel. Okay, I want to, maybe the light come in this way, right? I have a shadow there though, which is dumb. But that's what erasers are for. Alright. I know Archangel's skin is blue, and sometimes it's usually a little darker, shown darker, because it just shows up darker, but it's alright. Let's get that in there. Let's get that in there. That nose is bad, and I usually would kind of fudge it around to fix it, but I don't really feel like it right now. It looks good enough. Use your magic, Hermione. Yeah, I usually have toys, you know, around me when I'm drawing. It just always has been like that. Especially at conventions, I usually have some Nendoroids or Figmas like at the table, helping out the booth, you know, advertising all the sweet drawings that me and my friends do. But this isn't a booth at a con. This is my desk, my table, and I'm just drawing Archangel here. Trying not to mess up where the placement of his shadows are, and I'm pretty sure I messed up a lot, but not that bad. So yeah, if you guys want to like purchase these blank covers from me, like after I'm done drawing on them, just DM me, then someone will get back to you, and I will ship them out to you after you pay for them. And if you don't like these covers, and you want something else, I can do that too. Again, just DM me, preferably on Instagram, on either channel, on Orion OtaKing or Toy God OtaKing, and someone will get back to you and I will draw it for you. There are some things I won't draw though, just because, you know, reasons, but I will draw most things. Alright. Let's get the shadows on the wings. Even though there's probably not going to be very much shadow, because these are pretty chrome if I remember correctly. So there is the rough pencil sketch of Archangel. Now we're going to take this even further before I notice all the problems with it. We're going to darken them up. Now I'm going to use this Rotring Rapid Pro. Let's make sure it has lead in it still. One of my friends gave me this for my birthday, and it is my favorite pencil. It beat out my old favorite pencil, which is somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. Which is the Pro Mecha. I tend to like these pencils because they're metal and they're a little on the heavier side, so it's I tend to like that. This has been my favorite pencil to draw with for a while, but it's still nice and I still like drawing with this, but this one is a little bit heavier and it just feels nicer to draw with. It feels like a really solid pencil. So yeah, let's get into this. Now because this is heavier, I tend to break a lot more lead with this, but that's why you always buy a bunch of lead. Let's make sure that there's lead in there still. Okay, you know what? In art school they always tell you to like not to focus on the face first, like in figure drawing, but it's a force of habit that's like not easy to break. I tend to focus on the face quite a bit first. It sets the mood for the whole entire piece, I guess. This is not a scene, this is just him. So it's like it doesn't really matter, I guess, like if you start off with the whole body first or whatever, because this is just one character, I believe like it's fine, you know. In my opinion, just draw however you feel comfortable drawing and however you want. Just make sure that it looks good enough in the end. Alright. Let's go warp speed on this, just because all the pencils are already on the paper and don't really need to like make this a really crazy drawing. Now on these blank covers, like I said before, it's a very difficult paper to draw on some of them, and then some at the same time. Some of them smudge pretty easily. I'm gonna guess that this paper smudges quite easily. This is a 2B. Oh yeah, the lead in my pencils tend to be either 2B or HB. I don't really like go outside of those lead types, just because I know how hard I press on each pencil, and I know how dark I usually want the line to be whenever I draw with these pencils. So I have stuck with these types of lead. Dang, maybe I should do this like as a YouTube live, because I probably have a lot more stuff to talk about with you guys. Maybe like you guys can like ask me some questions on my Instagram post for this, or whatever, on the Toy God OtaKing, because I think this is gonna get posted on Toy God and not Orion OtaKing. Orion OtaKing is its own separate thing, and it has its own separate Inktober October challenge. It's doing the Toho October challenge on that one, since I'm a huge Godzilla fan. I'm not like the biggest Godzilla fan that is out there on the internet. I have lots of interests, and I frankly don't have enough space for all the Godzilla things I want. And this is why I play the lotto, so that I could win and have a space that's big enough for all my things. But there we go. But one of the questions I usually get is like, how do you get better? My answer is to draw all the time. Always carry a sketchbook with you, just because you can either be standing in line or sitting down somewhere, and you're not doing anything anyway. You might as well whip out your sketchbook and start plugging away at some art. But I don't have enough imagination to draw anything. There's like other things you can draw. You can draw, what you see in front of you. Like, say that you're sitting at a coffee shop and you have a nice espresso that you're drinking, and you have some snacks with you. That's basically a still life drawing that you could do. Or you're sitting at a park bench and you see like the trees or the water fountain. You can draw that. Pretty good environments practice there. But yeah, I mean, you don't always have to draw like one type of thing. You can draw whatever you feel at the moment, because it's just an extension of your mind, and this pencil is recording what's in my mind onto this piece of paper. So it's like the best example I could use. You're probably wondering why I'm not using that stupid voice that I usually use for when I'm opening up the toys on this part of the channel. It's because those are two separate things. This is my drawing phase. That is my opening toys phase, or persona, I guess. So it's not really. It's like acting, I guess. You can't. They can't be the same character. They have to be different, so that they're supposed to be different things. That's what better way to get that point across than to have him sound like Discount Bane. Speaking of unboxing toys, I have a ton of freaking toys I need to unbox still, so probably tonight or tomorrow I will be making more videos of that. I still have a load of McFarlane figures that I need to unbox, specifically the Justice League figures. I have the whole set, and then I was thinking about opening the Batman Beyond Build-A-Figure, but I only have 2 of those right now. The final 2 have not hit shelves yet, so I'm kind of like holding back on that. I'll probably open those once I get the entire set. And let's see, what else am I opening up? I know I have some G.I. Joe that I need to open up. It's been a while since I bought those, and I kind of feel bad. The G.I. Joe, the Snake Eyes movie, I have Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow, and the Baroness. I'm still looking for a Scarlet, so that I could open that the whole set together. I am a fan of Samara Weaving, who plays Scarlet, so I kind of want to wait for that. I'm a huge fan of Henry Golding and Andrew Koji as well. But yeah, I want to make sure I have the whole set before I open those. That way you can see them all together. I did a video for McFarlane's Dark Side recently, so that will be posted up sometime this week. And it was both Dark Sides. It was the Dad Bod Dark Side and the full armor Dark Side. So that was a pretty fun unboxing. That figure is huge. I still have Steppenwolf to open up. The improved Steppenwolf. He looks better this way, like the way the Snyder cut looks. I thought the original version from what's his face looked horrible. And I thought that this version made him look actually pretty cool. I was pretty happy with that. The way he looks now. So I'm looking forward to opening that figure. And I know that I have a Dr. Fate figure that I need to open up. I have a friend who's a huge Dr. Fate fan. So I'm going to try to open him up soon as well. Maybe before Steppenwolf. And then I'm not sure if I should open him up with another figure. Maybe the Dr. Fate Wonder Woman, probably. I think that might be a cool combination. I think those two would be a pretty cool pair to open up at the same time. Oh, and I have some Hot Toys I need to open up, and I have a really cool Batman Ninja Samurai version 12-inch figure that I can't wait to open up that one. I've never even heard of this version of it, and when I received it, I was like in shock and in awe. It looked so cool, and I almost opened it up like without doing a video, and I had to stop myself and say, hey, you have no place to put this anyway, just wait on it. You're gonna have to, sit this one back and find a place to put this first before you open it. So I was able to talk myself out of opening it early, so you guys will be there with me when I open that figure. Pretty excited with that. Let's see, what else? I have some stuff at the office I still need to bring home as well to open up. I think I have an Adventure Time statue from Mondo. That one looked pretty cool. It's big, but it's not as big as the premium formats or the XM Studios statues that I have. But it's pretty awesome. Pretty happy with that one. Wow. It's starting to look like Archangel. This is kind of cheating because I could see the reverse image of this on the screen, but whatever. I didn't even realize that it was there until now. Oh no, I'm ruining the paper. It's okay. It's almost done. I just want do I want to thicken those lines up? Yeah, I think I do. So I'm going to use the 9, the Statler 9. This is a thick boy. As you can see here, this is not a heavy pencil. It's like super light. It's plastic. So it's always weird whenever I draw with this one after drawing with the heavy pencils. This is just It's like Rock Lee when he removes his weights when he's fighting Gara. You know, it's like all that weight is like removed, and now it's like, oh, I'm gonna draw like a billion times faster with this pencil, which I tend to do just because I can see the finish line and kind of want to get into my next drawing already. That's not being filmed because this is a little too difficult drawing in front of you guys, in front of like the tens of people, or how many ever you guys are, like maybe like five of you that are actually gonna watch this. Go here. Let's bring this here. Have it dip out a bit. Put some shadow there. Then, let's see. Is it good enough? Is it good enough for the cover? Let's darken around his eyes. Make him look sleepy. Just like the person who drawed him. Get that there. Let's get his. Let's see. I want something in the background. Not really, but whatever. Let's put some squiggly lines here and there. Squiggles. Squiggles everywhere. It's smoky. Because Wolverine farted in here. He's like, I don't like you, Archangel. I'm gonna fart in your wind direction. And Archangel's like, why me? And I think that looks. I think that looks. That looks. That looks okay. I think that looks good enough. Good enough and done. I'm not going to be inking this. Nope. I'm just going to have to sign this somewhere. Put it right here, right underneath his elbow. There you go. Archangel from the X-Men. Or X-Factor. Or X-Force. Was he on X-Force? I think he was on X-Force. One of the 4 horsemen of Apocalypse. There, he's done. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I will be, doodling more this month. I'm not gonna do every single piece from the cover art challenge this month. I'm gonna do probably one a week. If that, it depends on how busy I get, but I'm gonna try to do one a week, maybe more, and I will try to get more or do more of these in the following months, maybe do some live streams as well. We'll see how it goes. So thank you for watching. Archangel. Alright, bye.